Iowa taking on Michigan in this one here. 8 o'clock also Saturday night. 10.5 opening line for Michigan here. 44.5 as a total. That seems to be creeping up a little bit here for Michigan. And Teddy, team you know well, the Michigan Wolverines. Are you worried about a possible letdown situation here?
Yeah. And I watched this whole news report / promotional video of all these different players from Michigan talking yesterday, telling the audience how they were focused on Iowa and everything's still in front of them and yada, yada. And I didn't believe a word they were saying, and I don't think they believed a word they were saying. You know, that was a huge win last week. That was a culmination of a 5-year goal for the fifth-year seniors. You know what I mean? And they did it, and they did it in resounding fashion. And now they're playing this Iowa team, and we all know what this is Iowa's role, all right? They're ugly. They ugly it up. They don't do anything pretty, but they hang tough in games like this one. They've been spoilers. They've been making money with the Hawkeyes in this role, the spoiler role, throughout the Kirk Ferentz era. I have a concern backing Iowa plus the points in this game because I still can't figure out how the Hawkeyes are going to score in this game. Offensively, they are such a challenged team. When you can't move the ball against Northwestern, I watched them get shut out in the second half against Northwestern and almost lose that game as a result. And the offense has been a little bit better the last couple of weeks. But again, last week, if Nebraska doesn't shoot themselves in the foot 400 times, Iowa's not even playing in this game. So I worry about the Hawkeyes putting the biscuit in the basket. This is not an elite offensive team, not even close. But I'm not sure Michigan's lighting up the scoreboard here either. Lean under, lean Hawkeyes, but there's not a whole lot of quote-unquote value on either of those sides. If I want Iowa, I want closer to 2 touchdowns. And if I want the under, let's let the market bet it up a little bit before we get there, because it is the type of game that might well be first to 20 wins this one, just like each of the last 2 meetings between Michigan and Iowa.
Spencer Petras for Heisman. No, I'm only kidding. Dave, Iowa happens to be just one of 8 teams in the country that average less than 300 total yards of offense per game. To Teddy's point, how are they going to score here in this
one? Don't know, don't care. I'm pretty blunt about things, and I'm not going to waste anybody's time here. I made the number Michigan 11. I made the total 44.
Wow, okay.
Here's the numbers. I have nothing. Just anything I would say here would be completely extraneous and a waste of time. Pass.
Do you lean one way or the other from a coaching perspective?
No.
You don't. No, you think it's dead pretty much even across
the
board?
I think Ferentz has no offense and manages to get the team to the winner's circle on a regular basis. I think he's pretty good. And Harbaugh is. I know they were crying about get him out of there. They're not crying about that anymore. No, when I made my number and saw the line, that was the last time I looked at the football game. There's games where you just say, I have no bet on the game, and that's it. Move on. Maybe Ralph's got something good on it.
Oh, he's cooking up some sort of trend there. I know he is. Go ahead, Ralph. What do you got here in this game for us?
Well, we know Iowa is a feeble offense that has a very good defense and causes turnovers, and that's why they are where they are. They're plus 13 turnovers on the year, and in their 2 losses where they scored 7 points against Purdue and 7 points against Wisconsin, they were minus 6 turnovers in those 2 games. They not only won, but they lost the turnover battle. Michigan, however, is not a team that turns the ball over. They only have 9 turnovers on the year. I'm looking for a conservative game plan early. Listen, Michigan just needs to win to get in. I do think there's going to be a hangover early. I think they try to just keep running Haskins, let him run the ball. Iowa's going to run the ball. I'm looking under first half. I think it's going to be both teams running the ball, both teams being conservative, not wanting to throw the ball and make a mistake. Count me for a low-scoring, ugly Big Ten 6-3 first half.
Well, Iowa playing with house some money there. 10-2, by the way, Michigan guys this year led the nation ATS. 10-2 to Wolverines. We'll see if they can't make it a clean sweep. 11-2 here heading into the playoffs.